From translation, ISV International Standard Version. This 20th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Exodus 7 to 9. Exodus chapter 7, verses 1 to 25. The Lord said to Moses, "See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet. You are to say everything that I command you, and your brother Aaron is to tell Pharaoh to let the Israelites go out of his land. But I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and though I multiply my signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, Pharaoh will not listen to you. Then I will lay my hand on Egypt and bring my armies, my people the Israelites, out of the land of Egypt by great acts of judgment. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I stretch out my hand against Egypt and bring the Israelites out from among them." Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord commanded them. Moses was 80 years old and Aaron was 83 years old when they spoke to Pharaoh. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, so Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and did just as the Lord commanded. Aaron threw down his staff before Pharaoh and his officials, and it became a serpent. Pharaoh then summoned the wise men and sorcerers, and the magicians of Egypt also did the same things by their secret arts. Each man threw down his staff and they became serpents, but Aaron's staff swallowed up their staffs. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not listen to them as the Lord had said. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Pharaoh's heart is stubborn. He refuses to let the people go. Go to Pharaoh in the morning as he is going out to the water. Stand on the bank of the Nile to meet him, and take in your hand the staff that was turned into a serpent. Say to him, 'The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has sent me to say to you, let my people go, so that they may worship me in the wilderness. But until now you have not listened. This is what the Lord says. By this you will know that I am the Lord. With the staff that is in my hand I will strike the water of the Nile, and it will be changed into blood. The fish in the Nile will die, and the Nile will stink. The Egyptians will not be able to drink its water." The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron, take your staff and stretch out your hand over the waters of Egypt, over the streams and canals, over the ponds and all the reservoirs, and they will turn to blood. There will be blood throughout the land of Egypt, even in the wooden buckets and stone jars." Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord commanded. Aaron raised his staff and struck the water of the Nile in the sight of Pharaoh and his officials, and all the water of the Nile was changed into blood. The fish in the Nile died and the Nile stank, so that the Egyptians could not drink its water. There was blood throughout the land of Egypt. But the magicians of Egypt did the same things by their secret arts, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he did not listen to them as the Lord had said. Pharaoh turned and went into his house, with no concern even for this. Then all the Egyptians dug along the Nile to get drinking water, because they could not drink the water of the Nile. 7 days passed after the Lord had struck the Nile. Exodus chapter 8, verses 1 to 8. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and say to him, 'This is what the Lord says. Let my people go, so that they may worship me. If you refuse to let them go, I will plague your whole country with frogs. The Nile will teem with frogs, and they will come up into your palace and your bedroom and onto your bed, into the houses of your officials and your people, and into your ovens and your kneading troughs. The frogs will come up on you and on your people and on all your officials." The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron, stretch out your hand with your staff over the streams, canals, and ponds, and make frogs come up on the land of Egypt." So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and frogs came up and covered the land. But the magicians did the same things by their secret arts, and they also brought frogs up on the land of Egypt. Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and said, "Pray to the Lord to take the frogs away from me and my people, and I will let the people go to sacrifice to the Lord."